G'day guys, my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity, and today we're reacting to 10 things you must do when visiting Australia. This video was requested to us by Tarsh Not Trash. Boy, are you heating it up in the Discord. We love that you send us so many suggestions and quality suggestions. If we weren't interested in doing these videos, we wouldn't click on them. But with that being said, again, thank you so much for the suggestion. Guys, if you want a shout out like Tarsh Not Trash gets every other video, then throw some links to some videos in our Discord. The link to our Discord is in the description down below. Before we learn about these 10 things that we must do when we visit Australia, if you would go ahead and click that like button and the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you guys can stay informed on our future videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more and get an exclusive YouTube short shout out.
Exclusive.
That's right. Click that join button down below. Let's hop in and check this out.
Let's do it. You gotta said a single thing. What do you think, Fez? I think this is gonna be a great video. Let's watch it.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'd like to share with you 10 things you must do when visiting Australia.
So Tristan got an earring since the last time we saw him. Or this could have been before. He could have had it before. I
mean, he could have a pierced ear before, but definitely got an earring.
Yeah, he has an earring
I've been
this
Australia
time.
for over a year, and I've gotten to see and do some incredible things.
Looking like Barry Bonds.
To share with you. I'm really going to be focusing on things you must do when in Australia because there's a ton of videos out there that share, just like beautiful spots to visit, which is great, but all those videos have like the same 10 things. You know what? Heck, just here real quick in these 20 seconds, here are the 10 spots in Australia I think are the most beautiful. We got the Great Ocean Road.
Ooh. I'm going to have to pause on each one of these.
Here real quick in these 20 seconds, here are the 10 spots in Australia I think are the most beautiful. We got
Great Ocean Road.
That's like, what's the one in California?
Yeah.
It literally goes up the entire coast.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
the Great Ocean Road.
That's beautiful, though.
Fraser Island. That's some beautiful water.
Island,
It's
the Whit Sundays.
insane. Look at
Wow.
that.
It's like a little slippery snake.
A little slippery snake.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Obviously, the Great Barrier Reef.
Uluru.
Yeah, we've seen Uluru. The Daintree Rainforest.
I don't think I even knew about this.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen the Daintree
We need to get
Rainforest.
into-
Guys, if there's any videos of the Daintree Rainforest that you think we would enjoy,
My allergies are killing
send that
me.
over to us.
The Daintree Rainforest. Any of the famous
Any beach. Any beach. It is, he literally mean.
Fraser Island, the Whit Sundays, the Great Barrier Reef, Uluru, the Daintree Rainforest, any of the famous beaches around Sydney or the
Any of the
I thought
beaches.
that was the name of the beach.
Rottness Island. Look at that.
He's so happy.
Any of the famous beautiful national parks like the Grampians, Springbrook, Glasshouse Mountains or Blue Mountains, and Byron Bay. Those are going to be the same things you see on pretty much any list. That is a great list with great places if you're going to be in Australia for a couple months. But the issue is, Australia is so spread out. If you're going to be there for under a month, you just can't be flying, driving, going all across Australia to see those places. So that's why this list is going to be much more helpful for you because these are things that you can do and see pretty much anywhere in Australia or any of the main big busy places that you're.
And with this being said, Tarsh Not Trash said he totally agrees with this list. All of these can be done anywhere in Australia.
Probably going to be visiting. So number one, when you are in Australia, you must try their coffee. A bunch of places like the
I was
Queen, they
literally
have the
about
best
to say
coffee.
that.
But I'm here to tell you that Australia truly has the best coffee. Everyone I know, people from America, Germany, England, Netherlands, Argentina, they all come to Australia and they all agree Australia coffee just hits different. Everyone loves it. I know people who don't even like coffee, they come to Australia and they like Australian coffee. You just have to try it, but I think you'll agree with me once you taste it.
And that's another thing Tarsh Not Trash said. He said Tristan also disliked coffee before he came here, so there's still hope for you yet, Fez.
We'll see. Hey, I'm
And
down to
number two,
try
Whenever
anything.
you're in Australia, you need to go to one of their parks and have a bobby. Aussies love their bobbies, and it's just a big thing there.
Shrimp on the
line up
bobby.
grill, cook some snacks, have some burgers, and just enjoy the beautiful weather. Enjoy
Got
a nice
'em.
day in the park. Australian parks are incredible. Overall, they are much nicer than parks in the States, and on top of that, they all have free gas and electric grills. These things are well maintained, they're clean. You can just go to any park, find a grill, light it up, throw some meat
That
on
is
there,
nice
just
that-
cook it up.
that
This
they're
is a true
offered at
thing
most
you need to do,
parks.
and I hope you get to experience it.
So that it is nice that they're offered at most parks.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
there. Number
And that they're maintained.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Like, to be fair, at our parks, it's not that they're not maintained. They just need to be cleaned out.
Yeah,
And most of them are cleaned out.
right.
But
three.
There's assholes.
Yeah.
You gotta try a meat pie. These
100%.
are an Australian staple. You can have them for
Like, I can
breakfast,
live without
lunch,
the
dinner,
barbecue.
It doesn't matter. They're delicious.
I
There's
cannot live
tons of
without
different
the
types
meat
of them.
pie.
You can get them with different types of meat. You can get them with eggs. You can get them with meat and potatoes. You can get them with veggies. They have no limits on their meat pies, and they're freaking delicious. And you absolutely have to try one of these when you're in Australia. A little bonus one also while you're there, you gotta try their Tim Tams. This is a candy or chocolate.
Where the F are my Tim Tams?
Where the F are my Tim Tams?
If you want to send Tim Tams, our P.O. box is down below.
Crap, I think I call it candy. Some might say
I
it's
sounded
sweet
just
cracker,
like you.
but anyways, these things are absolutely delicious. They're native to Australia. You'll see them all over, and you just gotta get yourself some while you're in Australia. And number 4, while you're in Australia, you gotta learn how to surf. Or if you already know how to surf, just go surf. There's waves of all sizes.
I want to
tons of
surf.
Instructors. Australia is the perfect place to learn surfing, and most likely
I wanna
wherever
be
you
an
go, there'll be some
instructor.
waves. Number 5, you got to go to a wildlife sanctuary or reserve or some sort of petting zoo, and I'll tell you why. I'm sure if you're going to Australia, you're going to want to see some kangaroos, some koalas, get some cool photos.
Of
that
course.
kind of thing. And yes, you can absolutely see them in the wild. I saw koalas in the wild. I saw kangaroos, wallabies, echidnas. Like, yes, I saw tons of them in the wild. But the koalas are most likely going to be really far away up in their trees. And the kangaroos are usually skittish and don't let you get too close. But if you want to get right up close to the animals, maybe pet one, get some
Just
good
start
photos with
running
it,
as
then I
fast as
recommend going
you
to
can.
Unless you're like going towards a kangaroo that's got your dog in a headlock. And like that one video, or if you're driving down a road that has a million kangaroos in the middle of it, I mean, those weren't scared.
I would just start Naruto running straight towards the kangaroo, see if it does anything. Probably just try to hit me.
places. They pretty much have that, like, some sort of one in
That's
every single
cute,
city. Depending where in Australia you're at, there might be some animals there special to that location. Like, for example, when I was in Tasmania, they had Tasmanian devils. But anyhow, it's just a great way to experience Australia's incredible wildlife, in addition to whatever you'll see further away in the wild. Number 6, you must go and visit at least one of Australia's incredible islands.
I'd be
Not
down
all of
for that
Australia's
place.
beauty
Yeah,
is
that
on
looks
the
awesome.
mainland.
It looked like
Matter
it'd be
of fact,
great
a
to
lot
have
of
a
it, good portion of
four-wheeler
it is
or
offshore on the
side-by-side.
islands. Doesn't matter if you go to Fraser Island, Morton Island, Rottness Island, Phillip Island, the Whitsundays. There's also a bunch of great ones up near Cairns, but it doesn't matter. They're all so beautiful, and you at least have to see one, hopefully more when you're in Australia. Number 7, you gotta meet some locals, whether it's through a night out, going to a pub, maybe going to a sporting
I don't think
event,
we would
have
have
some
an
sort
issue.
of local
No.
experience. Maybe it could be going to a pub, get
We're
some
not
Carlton
quiet
Draft, BB.
people.
Those are some popular Australian beers. If you're feeling really crazy, go out, get yourself some Goon. Goon is just really
Get
cheap
some
wine in a
Goon.
box that, I don't know, if you want to get really drunk for cheap, lots of people drink. It's a very, like, Australian thing. Depending on what time of year you're there, go see, or better yet, go in person to a footy game, like an AFL game or a rugby.
If we drink some goon, it's got to be attached to a clothesline thing that you spin around. It's the only way I would feel Australian.
Yeah, I agree.
Rugby game, a cricket game, the Melbourne Cup, the Australian Open. Just have a good time. Australians love their sports. They love to get rowdy, so feel free to hop in there with them. Go see some Australians be rowdy. Now, number 8, and this is one I'm sure you definitely didn't expect, but you have to have some sushi while you're in Australia.
He was talking about that in another video.
Or like a sushi train place where you sit down on like the sushi train. But I'd recommend get it on the go. Australia
I
has a
have
bunch of
been
these.
wanting to have sushi just like that ever since we saw that first video with him talking about that sushi.
The train thing?
Yes.
Yeah, but we've seen that before. We've been wanting that for a while.
But it's just like it re-entered my brain.
Yeah.
Now I want sushi. Dang it. Now I'm going to go get some Kroger sushi.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't close for another like 3 hours.
These like grab and go
Dang
sushi
it.
places
I'm
where it's
dead
just like
serious,
sushi in a window. You just pick out what sushi you want, grab it, and like it's still in the roll. You
Prawn.
kind of like a hot dog, but it's so delicious. It's so cheap. It's something that really surprised me. And even if you don't like fish, there are tons of alternatives. Like there's chicken sushi, and I've even seen beef sushi. The chicken sushi can be as basic as just like a fried piece of
Yeah, I
chicken with
can't
like
do that.
rice, like wrapped up with
I
rice.
could.
And, like, I don't
It's
know,
just
maybe some
chicken
sauce.
wrapped in
Delicious,
fried
amazing,
chicken wrapped in
convenient. You gotta
rice.
try it while you're in
That's boring.
Australia.
No, I
Now,
like
number
sushi
9
for
is
its
a bit
tastes and
location-based,
textures.
and that is you have to go to either Sydney, Brisbane, Gold Coast area while you're in Australia. And I'll tell you why that is.
You can
These
do
two
that
places
anywhere.
To me feel like the most
Go to these places.
stereotypical Australia. I'm not just saying in the city center, but like in the city and the surrounding like hour drive region. I'm not saying these are the best 2 places in Australia, but if you're looking for a place where everything's close to the beach, there's tons to do.
That fly's getting to me, man.
It'll be dead next time we record.
Okay.
It'll be like on your. I'm gonna make sure it dies on your keyboard.
He opened the back door at his apartment, and this fly just came straight in, and it's just going back and forth on our studio lights.
there, really chill vibes, a lot of fun. Both the Brisbane Gold Coast area and the like Sydney Newcastle area are perfect for this. Now you definitely can't just go to these two places and say you've seen all of Australia, but at the same time, you also can't say you've seen Australia without seeing these two places.
Facts.
And the 10th thing you've got to do when visiting Australia is you've got to get out into the outback, or at least just into more rural Australia. It could be
100%,
going to Uluru, it could be a road trip, it could be going to Western Australia, the Northern Territory. Doesn't matter what, just try getting outside of the cities at least once. Maybe hang out with some.
I said I would love to see Uluru.
Yeah, no, me too.
Because it's just like
into more rural Australia. It could be.
It's just like it's right there. It's just planted right there.
You know what would be awesome? And I know this is just my like dumb brain just like really thinking. Could you imagine being in this one location like 500 years ago and see what it looked like then?
No.
You never think about that? Like
No.
what places look like in the past, or like how.
Well, depending on how long ago, there could have been like black and white pictures.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't have them back
Going to
then.
Uluru, it could be a road trip,
Not
it could
sure,
be going
though.
to Western Australia, the Northern Territory. Doesn't matter what, just try getting outside of the cities at least once. Maybe hang out with some bogans, who knows. But there is one thing I know, and that is there are 10 things you must know before you visit Australia. So if you're planning a trip to Australia, you definitely want to watch that before you go.
Nice, mate. Good on you.
Good on ya.
So I do agree with his statement of you can't say you've seen Australia if you just go to these places, but you also can't say you've been to Australia if you haven't. Mate, that's fucking deep.
That is pretty deep.
It's very deep. Now, I would honestly say though, like if I went to Australia and I just went to Uluru and I didn't see the fucking opera house, I would be like,
Yeah.
like, no, you didn't. You didn't go to Australia.
Yeah, you got that.
You took
yeah,
a
that's
fucking
one of
up
those
close
things.
picture of a rock in your
Yeah.
backyard. Like, no, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I went to Australia. But yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, I feel like you have to go to Sydney or Melbourne or, you know, these other places, these well-known places to say that you've been to Australia.
I agree, 100%. It's like coming to Texas and not getting a picture anywhere near like a flag.
Right.
Like it's not necessarily you got to go to a specific location, but everybody knows we're all about our flag. It's huge. They're all over the place.
It's huge.
Huge. Or taking
huge.
a picture. Like what's big here actually? Is there any?
I don't know. They
You don't
say
really
everything's
have it.
bigger in Texas.
I mean,
it's-
but like in the
nothing.
U.S. it'd be, you know, the Statue of Liberty
right.
or Vegas Strip or the Hollywood sign. You know, there's
Yeah, like there's
certain-
those iconic
yeah
places.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
I still haven't. I've been to L.A., but I've never even seen the Hollywood, like actually up close.
Have you
Like,
seen the stars?
Walk of Fame?
Yeah.
But or the Golden Gate Bridge. You know, there's those things like if you go somewhere, you can't really say you haven't gone somewhere without visiting one of those places. But at the same time, you can't say that you've been there.
I've been to Mississippi.
Yeah, there you go. You need to go to the backwoods areas. You
Yeah.
might get killed. You might get lynched if you're not specific color. But
And if you look like someone's cousin, you might get kissed.
if you want to date them. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you want to see our future videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you want to support us directly, hit that join button. And with that being said,
Let us know in the comments where you're from and say dingo. My name's Miles.
my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.
Out.